don't know what you said to me. TV runner, court low, caught up in the undertow. Pokey-ho, okey-doke, long as you don't wreck my flow.
Brings us to item number 9A. We'll ask the clerk to please read it into the record and ask Mr. McDonald to please be prepared to give a presentation, and also ask our city attorney to frame the discussion.
Glacier Memorandum of Understanding, Bill McDonald.
Mayor and Council, the Memorandum of Understanding is a document that was produced as a part of a mediation process invoked under the 1994 settlement agreement. We have 3 of the signatories of that agreement that are here that would like to speak about the MOU. But before that, I would like to give our city attorney an opportunity to frame both what the 1994 settlement agreement is and how the MOU flows from that settlement agreement. Then we have representatives from the Nisqually Delta Association, Department of Ecology, and Glacier that would like to speak on behalf of the MOU. With that, I'll turn it over to Steve Victor, our city attorney.
Mr. Victor.
Mayor and members of the council, before I frame what the issue before you is, I want to be very clear about what it is not. The issue before the council tonight is not approving or advancing the Glacier application in any way. You will not, by taking any action tonight on the item before you on your agenda, you will not be making any conclusive decisions on the permit application. You will not be approving it. You will not be advancing it. There are substantial analysis and process and likely arguments to be had in the course of that application that will go on for a very long time. So to the extent there is any concern that there is an action tonight on the application, I want to be clear that is not the case. What is before you is the result of the invocation of the dispute resolution clause of the 1994 settlement agreement. That agreement was the result of disputes over a prior development, and among all the interested parties, a resolution that they felt would allow that prior project to go forward, but secure and protect the resources for the future. The recent application by Glacier has created a real and substantial dispute as to whether the application is in fact allowed under the 1994 settlement agreement. As a consequence of that dispute, the dispute resolution clause of the 94 settlement agreement was invoked, and mediation was held according to the terms of the settlement agreement. As a result of that mediation, all of the parties to the agreement participated, and so far all the parties to the agreement except the city have agreed to this memorandum of understanding. And what the memorandum of understanding does is it creates a halt in the application process. The permit application would stop, and all of the parties to the original settlement agreement would agree to sit down and analyze the issues and determine whether there is some action that can be taken that would honor the intent of the 94 agreement and allow perhaps an improvement in the creek, perhaps a development, or if they can't agree to that. It's a process outside the normal application process. And what the parties would be doing is simply stopping the application, also stopping any potential litigation, any potential appeals, but not giving those up. No party will be advantaged or disadvantaged by going through the process that's contemplated in the MOU. It's an opportunity to see if there is some other way to resolve some of the issues or all of the issues. If that can't occur, everyone is back in exactly the position they would be before the MOU. Everyone has their arguments, everyone has their appeal rights, everyone has their litigation rights. So it's neutral as to its impact on any of the parties. And it simply does create this hiatus where the parties can attempt to negotiate and analyze and arrive at something or not, in which case the processes under the 94 agreement, this dispute resolution process under the 94 agreement will be complete, and they're free to pursue both the application and opposition to the application.